And welcome to the fourth and final round of Tuesday Night Modern here. Today's July 31st, 2018. It's also the final round of the July Modern League. I'm Jake Valentine, joined by Adam Olds. You got Mark Larson on the left. He wins. He gets third place. Justin Gebing locked second place last round over Alan Gutog, thanks to his 6 Cryptic Commands game 1.
Yeah, that was a lot. I was talking to Alan after the game. He kind of regretted boarding out his pass because Justin went on the Bane Slayer beatdown.
Yeah.
All right, so who do you like? I'll put you on the spot for this one. Who do you like? Do you like Amulet Titan or Jeskai Control?
I think Titan.
Okay.
I wish it was on the play, but it's not. But I think Titan with the right draw can get under the control deck.
Yeah, so Devil, Mark is a fairly competent Titan player.
Yes.
He played it an awful lot, even before it was popularized.
In the meantime, while these players get the board situated, because that's something both of these decks will do, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for watching. We do stream every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. To know when we go live, make sure you hit that follow button. And also to know, also to support us, be sure to subscribe here directly through Twitch. If you have Twitch Prime, which is a free link with your Amazon Prime account, it is free.
Is it free?
Yeah, it is free.
It's free.
You get that free Twitch Prime sub in each and every month, and your subscriptions allow us to support the commentators, the stream runners, the equipment, and also it helps support the prize payouts for the August.
For every $1 that we get, Jake will drink a bottle of water.
That is false.
1 bottle of water will save 1 Jake.
That is false. I wanted to mention, too, that the August Modern League has a cash payout and prizes. For more information on that,
cash money.
Tune in tomorrow on Facebook at facebook.com/top10.
Yeah, so if you're saying...
Thank you, PR Belrogi, for the follow. Appreciate you for tuning in tonight.
And Impulsive was very quick again. Very quick. So if you're saying that if I'm a local Magic player and I like Modern,
yes,
there's a place I could come all next month on Tuesdays and have the ability to win $100 in cash plus store prizes.
Correct. I stay hydrated with Gatorade.
Pay to win confirmed. That's correct.
I mean, Magic...
Like, literally, he won't even drink, like, Crystal Light.
I'll drink Mio. So here's a key play there from Justin. He has the Field of Ruin to take care of a Drool Turf, and now all Mark has is a lowly, basic forest.
All right, so hot take.
Yes.
Hot take. Field of Ruin was one of the most important Magic cards we printed for Modern ever.
Confirmed. Correct.
Perfect.
If you're Mark, what do you do here? You can't play Titan because you don't have the mana for it.
Oh, Street Fighter? Nice. Best water drink. Best water drink is water.
Chocolate milk.
Water. Water best drink, hot take.
Chalky milk.
Chalky milk.
24/7, 365. Chalky milk.
Beautiful, basically. That is correct. Both are correct. And did you see have you seen the post about the Quick from back in the day?
No. What did it say?
It was, do you remember the aluminum things you had to pop the top off to get the powder?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just about that.
I don't like the powdered chocolate milk, so whatever.
What do you guys think about GDS or Jeskai for getting into Modern? Both seem like a lot of fun to play. What's GDS?
Grixis Death Shadow.
Grixis Death Shadow. I think
I would play a deck that involves the least amount of interaction with your opponent possible.
Yeah, if you plan to play that deck forever, Jeskai Control is fantastic because Control waxes and wanes. It's pretty good right now, and it rewards dedication. If I'm looking for success quicker, then I would try to play Death Shadow. But that is also surprisingly a very difficult deck to play.
Yes, there are 0 free wins with that deck. It feels weird to say that when you can play 1 mana 7/7s, but 0 free wins.
Best drink ever is cognac or brandy. It is anything from Urban Artifact. That's the best drink ever.
Confirm. Urban Artifact is...
Urban Artifact's a local brewery.
Fire.
They make sours. Because I'm a wee little girl when it comes to booze.
Operation Plowshare is the best beer I have ever had.
Oh my god!
Better than the Goose Island Bourbon County.
I just got back with Jeskai. Jeskai is sweet, man. Yeah.
Now the question is, counter guy, does your Jeskai deck look like Justin's Jeskai deck?
I heard they have peanut butter chocolate milk recently. What, in general or Urban Artifact? Oh, Lodge not here. That's big.
Yes.
Yeah. So Justin here. Somebody was said earlier about keeping Primal Titans off the off the Titans. That was Logan. That is true in this matchup because he can fight them with counter magic. So Justin's whole plan here is to stick a Planeswalker and then ride that Walker to victory backed up by counter magic.
Yes, that logic was pretty big.
Of course, Mark has the Pact of Negation in his hand, so at any time he can make the decision He has a pact. He has 2 packs in his hand.
Do you agree with him not packing that Logic Knot there?
It depends. Can he pay for it is the problem. He can give haste, right? But he has to bounce one thing, and then he can attack and bounce one thing. So he'd have to be able to pay for the blue pact, which is 3 mana.
A really awkward. Yeah, it is 5 mana.
Yeah, 0/1's confirmed. Death Shadow is a deck that literally kills itself trying to make something that will never be a Phyrexian Dreadnought. Yeah, Grixis Death Shadow had to get me. I had to get used to it because I haven't played it, but I played a lot against it. The idea that you're just fetching and shocking yourself just because you want to control your life total. Now you do have to be very mindful of the order that you sequence things in.
Yes.
And you have to be constantly mindful of your life total. Of course, the old magic adage is use your life total as a resource. But it's extremely important in that deck. Enough so that people are playing it in Legacy with shock lands.
Makes Jerry Thompson very happy.
Yeah, I think that's sweet.
So here's a sticking point here for Mark. He has
because his script you get punished.
2 basics and a was the Slayer Stronghold in hand.
Yeah. So Teddy asked, does Justin get judge called for having select non-foils in his deck? I looked at a GDS, but honestly, it was too brutal. Yeah, it's a very
Fortress. That's what the one is.
It's a very, very unique.
I really like Justin. How do you feel about that? Justin immediately Fate Sealing. How do you feel about that? Just not in the
he must value that 1 cryptic command an awful lot in his hand. I don't know. I'm probably just digging for counter magic. He only has the 1 piece of interaction right now.
He's gonna Fate Seal again.
Well, that one's going to the bottom.
Yeah, sure is. Like, do you wonder if Justin has picked up
Mal? Yes, it's a lot of tribal. Yeah, so control's gonna be good against any tribal deck.
Do you think Justin's picked up that Mark's hand is not good? After he sees 2 basics and a Boros Garrison in play. Lands that Mark never wants to play from his hand.
Yeah, he also has a Slayer Stronghold in his hand.
There's a Summoner's Pact.
So, hey, I'm playing it in Legacy and it's sweet. Yeah, it's pretty good. Not zombies. Yeah, if you can rebuild. Oh, Summoner's Pact for.
Do you counter this if you're just?
No, I'm just gonna kill. I'm just gonna kill with interaction there from my hand. He can have a clue token. I don't care. I'm gonna save the cryptic commands for something that's relevant. Also on board, he has a way to deal with it. He can just bounce with Jace.
I can bounce it?
Yeah, you can bounce it.
Cool.
Go on, keep killing my guys. I just don't. Just come back and do not care. Yeah. Yeah, so he can have his 1 clue.
This is land. Mark will get a clue. And then Tyler Shecker will bite the dust off of this.
Yes. So again, Justin's recognizing the weakness in Marklar's hand. But at the same time, I just... There's so many blanks in Mark's deck that I'm just not sure the value of Fate Sealing again without getting to a good amount of lands. I mean, a good amount of spells in hand, right? Because I want all my counter magic. I want things to interact. Justin with the heads-up play here to strip him off the Boros Garrison. And the problem is Mark's going to run out of basics here, so we're going to see a game. But this one actually has a way to close it out, unlike the game with Phil and Mark we saw earlier, because Justin, of course, has a Planeswalker that he has successfully defended.
Yes.
The only thing that can take this down in Mark's deck is a hasty threat now.
Correct. Justin will draw Teferi, the hero of Dominaria. Yeah, it's like he thought about face. The other thing, too, is...
he can just jam the Teferi and then hold up the path.
Justin's hand is very good.
It is.
I like this. Like, he's just going to bounce the forest, and Mark can't win because he can't pay for pact. So Justin Gebing seeing the line.
Heads up play there.
We see full emotion from Justin's face.
Oh my God, he is so happy right now.
He got him. This is like a little smile for half a second there, Justin.
Mark knows it. He's not upset. Of course, everybody gets frustrated when they lose a little bit, but Mark's played the deck long enough to know that can happen.
When someone had Titan on turn 2 against me playing Absent Company, I'm like, okay, I'll.
You deserve it.
On the draw, play this Fulminator Mage. Blow up your land. Congratulations, I won my bad matchup. Thank you very much.
How lucky, Jake.
It was so lucky.
Looks like he's bringing in Ceremonious Rejections. You got a Negate, Wear Tear, EE. Ooh, Ruined Halo. That's hotness. Stony Silence. People really love Stony Silence. So in chat, here come Miss Cutter Hydra out of the board. That'd be sweet. How do people in the chat feel about bringing Stony Silence against the Amulet Titan deck? This is the second time we've seen it tonight.
I understand why Phil did it, because his deck feels much weaker compared to Justin's to Engineered Explosives.
Yeah, the interesting is all of Justin's cards do things in this matchup. He doesn't have dead cards. Even his Helixes go to the face or kill Azuzas, right? Because he's taking out his Why did they bring it in? Because of Walking Ballista and Engineered Explosives. Those are literally the only cards in Mark's entire deck that I can hit.
I just don't think Justin cares enough.
No, because Mark could engineer. What's the most you can engineer explosives for? White. It's 4. He can go 5 because he plays Bajuka Bog. He can go to 5.
You could, in theory,
take out that fairy.
The fairy or Jace.
Oh my god, that'd be sweet. Suck a nerd.
It doesn't do nothing, but
it's not Null Rod.
Earlier, we saw Phil use it to sort of save his creatures.
Yeah, I agree. It seems loose, but
Phil did win that game. To be fair.
Well, that's what we call results-oriented thinking, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it doesn't. I mentioned this earlier. It's the problem I have of a card like Damping Spear, and Blood Moon against Tron. It annoys them, but Tron's like, whatever. I play.
You guys convinced me I'll play Jeskai. Yeah, just look at Justin's deck. Yeah, so it could also be like a heuristic, right? Yeah. This is just what I do. A heuristic is a mental shortcut. If you want to hear about heuristics more, listen to LSV on the Limited Resource podcast with Marshall. He talks an entire episode about heuristics. Heuristics are mental shortcuts that people use in certain situations. So I'm always going to do this. So I don't have to devote mental capacity to thinking through something that I've done 1,000 times. Right? Like how I'm going to start my car. Like I know I'm going to do it every single time. I'm just going to shortcut it. In Magic, you're just going to shortcut certain things. It could be that you've just always been told to do that, so you're doing it. But I do feel it's interesting. I feel it's a flavor fail because clues should be enchantments. You're searching for something magical, not something mundane. Breadcrumb trail. Huh. As resident flavor judge, I don't know. I just don't like that clues and treasures were so close to each other.
Do you think that
it would be very awkward to make an enchantment off a magic card?
Lore-wise, the people of Innistrad knew what they were looking for at the time.
I mean, if you paid any attention whatsoever in any of the art, you knew it was coming. Emrakul was coming. Big Mom was coming.
We know.
For the record, Emrakul is a she.
Do you think the people of Innistrad knew what Emrakul is?
All right, so Justin throwing his hand back quickly.
It was never Tybalt, Streamrunner. It was never going to be Tybalt. It was always Emrakul.
Give me a Tybalt versus Tybalt theme deck. Yeah. So it's interesting. The Eldrazi are another boring thing. So if you read the lore, they describe the Eldrazi as like when you dip your hand into a pond, just your fingers show through the water, right? Your fingers look like little individual, like giant creatures to animals down there, right? And that's what they describe the Eldrazi as. So the 3 Eldrazi were like fingers just sticking in a pond of a bigger creature. But Needles is Bay. Yeah, but they're such a boring enemy. Like, literally, they just want to consume things. How boring is that?
Well, they didn't tell us why. Is Justin Among on the 5?
Yeah.
Justin down 4.
4. Oh, man.
Mark leads out the basic forest, so Justin under no immediate pressure draw.
Oh, my God. Fine. Teddy, what's my count, then? 10 bets are complaining about a flavor fail involving art. You sound like my dad. I can't talk about anything without complaining.
Nope. You cannot.
The real question is Jake going to come through for Adam?
Yes.
Nice.
We're always watching.
Yeah. Daniel Nelson, don't look at me with those shameful eyes. Eldrazi are terrible. Tell me why Eldrazi are good, besides being a giant noodle creature. Mark with a miserable hand here.
Yeah.
He's done absolutely nothing on his first 2 turns. First 3 turns. Just bring back Phyrexians. Or bring back Yawgmoth. Oh, yeah. Mass genocide. Xenocide. Let's just kill the entire planet. Let's get rid of the Gatewatch. Let's go return to Lorwyn. How about that?
I'd be okay with it.
No, we need a Lorwyn Kamigawa crossover. So ninjas versus Kithkin.
Justin's going to negate this Ancient Stirrings. How do you feel about that? It's another thing where Justin is picking out that Mark's hand is garbage.
I like that because that's going to dig him into the card that matters. It's going to give him into Amulet, right? Or Talaria West. It's going to dig him into
a Rune Halo with this Seer Vision Scry here.
Let's make something new. How about that?
I agree with that.
You mean you don't want Oath of every single Planeswalker? I want Oath of Tybalt. Pay 1 mana, slap yourself in the face.
And Tifa, you mentioned that
200 bits. All right, 200 bits. Ready? Have that 200 bits.
That's something they mentioned when designing core set. They thought Bolas was too, mustache twirling. Here I am, no goodbye. And the way they worded it, it reminded me of the way, for those who played World of Warcraft, the way Arthas was in Wrath of the Lich King, where he just would appear, I'm Arthas, I do bad things. Goodbye, everybody. I'll see you later.
He's waving his pen around quite madly. Do you know what you just sounded like? You sounded like the hope.
The hope?
The great hope of Waluigi.
Waluigi sucks!
Trash eating. I hope the entire oath dies so we move on. Yes, I completely agree. 220 per... No, that was a suggestion. That's not a complaint. Kamigawa versus Lauren would be amazing. Just do...
Morrow is mentioning that, you know, if we do Kamigawa back, we might do things differently.
Nah, all Soul Shift. No, I want Soul Shift, Dredge, and Storm all in the same block. And Affinity. Oh, let's bring back Affinity, too.
It'll be the weakest power level set in the world.
All the cards are miserable.
Golgari Grave Troller, Dredge 1.
It's a 2/2 indestructible with Defender.
The flavor text says, "We learned our lesson." Meanwhile, here's the fairy.
That's a lead play trigger. This is tough. If he boarded out all of his removal, he's going to lose his Teferi here. I think that's why he's not putting a die on it, because it's dead.
It is very dead.
Interesting use of 5 mana there for something that he's just going to draw again. Oh, that actually is important here.
Because Justin's favorite is Gonzo, Ruined Halo.
Because it won't sell in China. But how are they ever going to redeem themselves? Because the idea was sweet. Like,
here's the Ruined Halo. We'll try to get confirmation as to what it names.
It's probably Primal Titan. Just saying.
You never know.
Could be Rurikthar. Or it could be the win condition is deck.
It could be Rurikthar.
He's got to deal with this. You got to deal with this token.
Has indeed been named.
Yep. It's time. Complaining for horrible mechanics return. That's not complaining. That's cheering. Everything sounds like a complaint when it comes out of my head. I'm going to what were horrible mechanics. Affinity. Soul Shift, if you know what Soul Shift does. Banding. Storm, Dredge. What else? What else is really bad?
Pull up the Storm Scale.
The Storm Scale. So Dredge, Infect, Affinity, go Banding.
Infect is not terrible. Infect will come back.
Infect was Bushido, of course. So the Storm Scale is the scale on 1 to 10 if the likelihood of a mechanic coming back.
For what it's worth, Madness was a 7 and then it came back.
That's pretty high.
Yes, that is very high.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, as Mark plays a Ruined Haloed Primal Titan, Justin's like, I don't care.
I'm for Island Home, personally. You can't attack unless you control an island.
We have Absorb at 8. Affinity's only 6.
Yeah.
Affinity for artifacts is 8.
Yeah, that's the problem. Affinity for artifacts.
Annihilator is at 9. Anti-artifact lands are at 10.
Phil's 301. Wow, Mark has to win.
Mark does have to win here.
Justin's actually, he locked up 2nd place here.
Yeah.
Marsh should be summarily executed. Bands with legends. Let's bring back really, really terrible off-color cards, like all the legend cycle.
Bands with others is 11 on the Storm Skill, by the way. Chroma is 10. Cypher, Clash, a Cohort is 8. Cypher Clash is 9.
See, all the good ones are just making evergreen, like Scry.
Cumulative Upkeep is 9. Delve is 8. Dredge is 10. Echoes 8. Epic is 8.
So I'd just like to point out interaction
from Kamigawa. Epic.
Shh. Epic was sweet. So I'd just like to point out interaction here. So Primal Titan cannot deal damage to Justin, but Mark can search out lands with Primal Titan by attacking and playing it. So this is not what's the Gideon's whatever, you can't cast it?
Gideon's Intervention.
Gideon's Intervention. This is not Gideon's Intervention. This card is also like $1 billion now because it's literally only in lore 1.
Yes. Go back to the Storm Scale. Fading is 8. Fateful Hour, Fate Seal 8.
They brought back Ninjutsu in the new commander decks.
Correct, yes. Fate Seal's 10. I'm sorry, Fear is 10.
Okay.
Gotcha is 10. Formidable is... What is Formidable? Really? Formidable from Jack and Stark here is a 9 of the Storm Scale. I mean, to be fair, that mechanic kind of sucked.
Yeah. So Mark picks up his land here. He has a long road to hoe. Thinking about the Spell Pierce, I'm pretty sure he already has one in his hand. He has literally 1,000,000 cards in his hand. One is a Karoo, and he does have a Walking Ballista, so I think Mark's path to win this game is that Walking Ballista.
Just get lots of mana by attacking.
Yeah, so I'm going to get him low enough, right, with the Beast token he so graciously gave me. I'm going to get all these lands out of my deck.
Yes.
I'm going to cast this Ballista and just kill you. That's Mark's. Who's leading right now? Yeah, David
Weisenberg came in first.
David went wire to wire starting with a 4-0 start. We hope to see it for the big money.
Yeah.
Big one at me.
Would not be surprised.
Ceremonious Rejection.
Back. Rejection
Good.
Ballista. Good call by Justin.
Freaking combo
He's
players.
still taking some.
Yes,
damage.
but it is a beaut. It's like when Billy's on. Billy's very good with combo.
Hoken the Broken.
That's not a combo. That's just embarrassment.
Yeah. Here is a Celestial Colonnade, so it's a way to block the beast. But again, that Thrak Tusk is in hand for Mark, correct? And I don't think there's enough from Justin to Logic Knot it away. Yeah,
he blew Ceremonious Rejection. So Mark also still has his Spell Pierce in hand, which seems pretty dead here. He has to set up a turn where he knows Justin has a Logic Knot, or has the idea that the inkling that Justin has a Logic Knot, and he can Spell Pierce it. All right, so he's gonna bounce the Cavern of Souls, which if he would have had it last turn.
Tell the viewers, why is Mark still able to Logic Knot, Spell Pierce a Logic Knot?
What do you mean? He can't pay for it. It's additional cost he has to pay. So Spell Pierce says, counter instant or sorcery. Oh, he casts Rurik Thar with it. This is big. Can we bring up Rurik Thar?
Oh, sorry. I thought Spell Pierce was Spell Stanford. But yeah,
it's not Spell Stanford. Yeah,
is very important.
Hey, Ren, what's Mark's life total? Is he still? I imagine he's still at 20.
Yes.
Rurik Thar the Unbowed. It is a 6-mana legendary creature ogre warrior. It's 4 red and green. Has Vigilance Reach. But the important parts are it attacks each turn of Fable. But for this deck, Mark's actually 25. Whenever a player casts a non-creature spell, Rurik Thar deals 6 damage to that player. So this is a must deal with for Justin immediately. Cryptic Command, Path to Exile are going to deal 6 to his face, and conveniently also, Justin's at 6. Yeah. So Justin is locked out of playing spells the rest of the game, and that's his deck. Mark played 2 lands last turn, Forest and Temple of Mystery.
He's been attacking with the Primal Titan, getting the lands.
Or he's just scum. No, I don't know. That's kind of hard to catch, especially with a land-heavy deck like that. I'm sure if Mark did, it was an accident. You know, things happen. Tournament magic. So we're shoving up for game 3 here. You notice Justin giggled for a second, so he's obviously upset. And then we have Mark. They're shuffling up for game 3. Just played my first PPTQ. That's cool. What format is it right now? And how'd you do? A Hairless Lessic. I don't know why Jake's out there. Send him back in here. Modern. Nice. How'd you do and what'd you play? I've actually never played in a PPTQ. I miss old PTQs because I play primarily limited with the hope that you could actually queue for the Pro Tour. Didn't agree, but had fun. That's good. Yeah, and those actually happen quite frequently. So people have lots, especially if you play in an area where there's a lot of tournaments. Cincinnati's close enough to Louisville and close enough to Indianapolis that there's plenty of tournaments, or in Columbus also. What's up, Genold? Played Mono Black Devotion. Nice. So are you playing like Phyrexian Obliterator? Hashtag Panstorm again. I'm in New England. Nice. So do you have a lot of Magic stores around there? 1, 2, and 3? Oh, it's fine for your first one.
I did get confirmation that Phil Jones won.
Yeah. Okay. Ren literally said that. Hashtag.
I must have missed the confirmation because Ren mentioned that there was a thumbs up / thumbs down.
Oh. So 3 games in a row, Mark with a basic Forest.
Not ideal for Mark, but Justin nothing going early either. The super the draw there for Mark.
2 PPTQs even having. Yeah, there's PPTQs at Swap. There's
September 1st is the modern PPTQ.
That's correct, sir. 7 PPTQs this week. Jeez. That is a lot.
The week after that, September 8th, is the team tournament that we're having here at Swap.
What your friend just started, what tips can you give him? I would just... The generic advice is always just start with limited.
Yes.
To build up a collection and learn the mechanics of the game. Standard is usually going to be the easiest format to move into because there's not many cards. So I'd play limited with the goal of eventually building into standard. But yeah, that also keeps you from getting too blown out or too frustrated with Magic, because limited at most is going to be 3 rounds at your local store. If you sign up to play a standard tournament, you can be there for up to 4 to 5 rounds. Play cheap at first, yeah.
Yeah, the one, our streamer is going to mention something about how she started. The one issue with Commander is that there's such a wide, diverse card.
I want to play Commander. Literally, we're playing with cards from, we have like one keyword from every set, and things that don't work how you think they'd work. So Mark here with this slow hand again. This looks bad for Mark. Unless he gets his Caverner Souls. If he gets his Caverner Souls and it survives, I think Mark has a good chance here.
Justin has a path in hand. I think do another path. There's a explosive.
Looks like he's shipping them. Shipping that to the bottom.
Feel the ruin there. That's a really good answer to Caverner Souls.
Yeah. That is. Yeah, Mark relies heavily on that Caverner Souls, but he's not going to drop that till he needs to resolve a creature. Preferably it's a Primal Titan, because I think that's how it gets the most value, although he does have the Tireless Tracker in hand.
I don't think Commander 28 or anything is the end of Magic. However, Commander 28 I feel like is a very disappointing set.
Alarmist bullshit. Yeah, so we're actually going to play the Commander decks. Yes. We might stream it. So it's me,
we'll at least record it.
At least record it. He just said he has Teferis' Planeswalker. What tips now?
I hope he has a lot of money, because the best way to... that is Sam Meyer. Actually, I am building Arcades EDH currently. I have played some Commanders.
So Sam, he just disappoints me all the time, because he keeps talking about building EDH cards and talks about, EDH decks and talks about trading into them, but it never happens.
It's coming.
So he's a filthy, filthy liar.
Is there anything in Commander that's even powerful? The Bant deck has some pretty good Enchantress type cards.
Yeah, so I'm on the Enchantress deck, and then Jake, then Bob Fields, and Michael Farrell's agreed to play it too. So it's going to be it's going to be a 4-player free for all with a deck straight out of the box. And then we're actually thinking about maybe giving them away.
Yeah. I think I want to give them away.
Yeah, you don't like them that much?
No. I don't.
So if you have any ideas about how to give them away, we'll probably just raffle them off to viewers.
Yes.
Jake will even salt all over the cards for you.
Will do.
This Chromat, I'm used to having to read all my cards with my Helping Hands deck. Nice. Yeah, we'll make sure we'll let people know when we plan to give them out, and then we'll come up with an idea how to get in a raffle or something.
Here's a Tireless Tracker, which will resolve. Mark will play a land, get a clue, and then Tireless Tracker is going to go bye-bye.
Yeah. Well, the one thing I've known from playing Magic for many, many years is people are never happy. People aren't happy with change.
Does Mark play Hive Mind still in this deck?
I don't think this deck plays Hive Mind anymore. They used to always play Hive Mind. Hive Mind is sweet.
It is. Vormov mentioning that people are just bitter because Commander 18 is different than the Commander sets. I disagree, because we saw a lot of high-powered Commander sets, sets in a row.
I think that's a walking ballista. But we've seen some really stinkers too, like the red-white Giants deck.
Yeah.
And then they reprinted that one. Come on.
Because of the cards in it, not the deck itself. The cards that were in it had Urza's Incubator and Blade of Selves in it, I believe.
Yeah, Blade of Selves was gas. Yeah. That card was great.
But the biggest issue I have with Commander is that the value of the sets went down when the MSRP went up.
Yeah. So a Hairless Lessig. So yeah, you lost your first game to Hive Mind Pact. So that was the most, because that also used to be a legacy deck. Explaining Hive Mind to people is the most confusing thing on the planet, because now people it's simply just clean, because most decks can't even pay for the green or the blue one. So you literally just cast something and then pact it in response. But it used to be very difficult. It was a legacy deck, and it was actually one of the first modern decks when modern came out.
Here's the interesting.
It's going very aggressive.
He is attacking Mark.
Yeah.
You know what that leads me to believe? He has Path to Exile.
Can you guys do a black-green Death Touch? For what the we're just playing the precons out of there.
We're just doing precon Commander.
Straight up out of the boxes. I do blue control deck. Yeah. So my EDH decks right now, I have a Slimefoot. I have a 5-color deck that's just Enchantress. I have a Merfolk deck, and then I recently built Joyra Weatherlight Captain Storm as my budget deck.
How is that? Because I wanted to build that.
I think it's very fun. It is extremely fun. If you like drawing cards.
I do like drawing cards.
Can you talk about the Brawl format?
I think Brawl is
Can we get a comment on that? And then Tiny Leaders.
It was a good idea, but no one wants to do rotating Commander.
No, it was Brawl was just a way for Wizards to try to get something on Arena.
Yes.
And that's it. They try to pump it up. It's very hard to get another casual or format started after, because Commander's a thing. Or EDH, I still say EDH because Commander hurts me inside.
We have a report that Mr. Meadows is all set in his match. However, Mr. Meadows is not live for 3rd place in the league. So
Nordu Pyro, yeah. I've seen Azusa. I don't see how Mark can close out this game anymore.
No.
Justin is quite the Magic player because he's with precision taking out poor Mark's lands that are important here. So Mark is just left on some basics and a Boros Garrison does anything. Is Geth Lord of Vault mono black? Yeah. Have you ever seen the mono black storm decks? Those are things of beauty. You run into like competitive EDH. That's why you never play competitive EDH, by the way. Or I have a friend with a budget mono black deck that he can, because Tony's Card Shop in Milford here. He was doing $40 commander deck tournaments and he won a Twister. So Billy Caminos actually won and split both those tournaments. Yeah, Najila is really sweet, new commander.
John Medina is really high on that card still.
Najila is sweet. But so our friend Augie, who was in the stream earlier, he ran a mono black deck, Sidisi, the black one that exploits, and he can ad nauseam his entire deck and not die.
How?
Because it's converted to the CMC is less than 40. Billy Caminos has too many obscure cards.
Confirmed. Agree.
I agree with that 110%. All right, so Mark's on the anemic beatdown plan. Interesting. Justin chose to attack the one turn, and now he's kind of sitting back. If I'm Justin, I just shrug and say,
he's
okay.
Been telegraphing his hand constantly. I feel like.
Yeah. I mean, he's in the he's in the driver's seat.
That's gonna bait up the Cryptic Command. Did you see what else is in Mark's hand?
What is it?
There's a Hornet Queen.
Ooh, gas. Mark immediately, I'm going to turn these sideways. Take 3.
Justin drew a Jace at the Cryptic. Draw for turn is going to be it is a land.
Alright, so
I imagine Justin's going to cast Jace and Brainstorm. He will get Brainstorm locked probably, but no, he's
not a Tarn.
Yes, he's Tarn.
That is a very extensive Tarn.
Oh. He's gonna
because my deck includes Chromat, Booster Tutor, Naughty Nice, and also Ashnod's Coupon. That's awesome.
Mark's going to draw. Didn't get a good look at it. It's something Justin was okay with him drawing. It's an Amulet, so it's not the land.
See, now he has to...
Thank you, Debo Devin, for the follow, and thank you for all 160 plus of you for turning in tonight in the fourth
Debo.
and final round. Debo, Devo, same thing.
It's a Steam Vents. Yeah, it's a very, very expensive card. So Mark actually has a decision here, because he doesn't have reach in his deck. Does he attack Jace, or does he attack Justin?
What would you do?
I would probably just attack Justin while stud creatures against the Wrath deck.
Yes.
He doesn't have any reach anyways. His unless he plays more Caverner Souls. I want to get Justin below 6, and I want to stick a Rurkthar.
Do you think Justin is going to block?
Yep. See him. Just attacks him.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
Do you agree with Justin's decision not to block?
If he blocks, then he has to tap all of his mana.
He draws a Wear Tear.
Yeah. Which doesn't do anything here. I think he has to Brainstorm, yeah.
He's going to Brainstorm. We see Explosives, Logic Knot, Teferi. We see 3 really good draws off that Brainstorm.
Yeah, so he's probably just going to...
Thank you, Gentle Delpy, for the follow.
With the slow roll of the name there. All right, so I think Justin's looking to stick.
Thank you, Winter Winds, for the follow. I wonder if you're a Song of Ice and Fire fan, and if you are, I'm sorry. That book series is never being finished. We'll have the TV show at least. Thank you, Papa Woody 11, for the follow. I wonder if you're a Toy Story fan. And if you are, I know who your favorite is.
Are we literally just going to ask everybody?
Yes.
All right, perfect. Justin with the why is Marnock cracking clue? Maybe he forgot it's there. To be quite honest, because he's just not using the clue token. Oh, the old 4-for-1 with the 2 power off the table.
And here comes 5 mana. It's the hero of Dominaria.
So Justin, fantastic sequencing here because the only card that's left over is a Logic Knot in his hand.
Yes.
And he drew the bolt. I have hope, yeah. If he literally has Caverner Souls and a way to play something big.
There's land 7. I think they had hope for the Song of Ice and Fire. Hey, here's a Hornet Queen.
Mark just throws on the table.
There's a Logic Knot.
He knows what's happening.
Mark's hand movements is very sad. He can feel everything slipping away. There's a
with daggers.
Justin does not have any cards in hand.
Now Mark is.
But he also has the Fairy and Jace in the battlefield.
Mark is not looking good here. He can just brainstorm to his heart content.
Very quickly. Draws 2
lands though. That is not good.
But he can brainstorm. I think when's a fetch land?
He can, but here. Mark's,
you have a question from Gentle.
Never mind. It's Snapcaster Mage.
Can you open up random starter packs and make a deck off of that?
You can, but it will be it depends. Are we trying to play casual Magic, it'll be casual deck because of course the Gods of Mythic are actually, it's worse than 1 in 8 packs now. It'll be hard to get a competitive deck out of it. If you're just looking out to start out, looking out to play because dual decks aren't a thing anymore, I would suggest trying like an old dual deck. Those are good ways to teach people. Has very few mechanics that keep the core set, the dual decks pretty simple.
Mark drew a Gemstone Cavern for turn. Justin fetching end of turn for the perfect brainstorm.
Did you see? Justin also happened to draw. I'm not going to say he's never lucky, but he's never lucky.
Draw a double Snapcaster?
Yeah, double Snapcaster. Yeah, I think they announced a couple sets ago that Mythics are actually worse than 1 in 8 now.
Command off the top there, post fetch.
I would have a problem here, just not play with my hand up.
Justin now saying, "Hey, I'm gonna pay till you as a cavern. You're gonna have that card."
Yeah, literally, I don't care what happens.
4. Mark down to.
Ooh. Yeah, take that. Now Mark can't even 1, 2, 3, 4. He can if he has a Cavern of Souls and a Rurik Thar.
Mark should have known what was coming when he drew the card. There's a Hallow Fountain at the top there.
Mark,
he's gonna Fate Seal again. We're itching closer.
Oh, Thragtusk. I don't even care.
Go away.
Literally, don't even care.
Teferi's gonna draw a card. It is.
When he has a Cryptic in his hand, like you can have this Thragtusk, like. All right.
Just need to boot up the backup Colonnade. Put Mark down to 8.
Yeah.
He's gonna untap some lands.
So unless a miracle happened, do you believe in miracles, Jake? Or is that wasted on the U.S. hockey team?
Pierce, drawn there from Mark. That card is not happening. Justin's going to cash into Teferi. He's going to brainstorm. He's going to draw 1, draw 2, draw 3. Goodbye 3 lands.
Mark will just toss these at the side. Oh, he didn't toss them. Don't scoop. You don't scoop. Do not scoop. Make Justin kill you. Yeah, this is pretty bad.
Mark down to 4.
I would Snapcaster Cryptic just to draw an extra card. What's up, nerd?
Mark.
Yeah. Yeah. You stay strong.
Passes it back.
You stay strong. Oh, I forgot to exile one. Yeah.
Goodbye.
You stay strong.
There goes all of Mark.
I mean, I'm not laughing. We're laughing with Mark.
Perfect win for. I don't think Justin even looked at the card. I don't think he cared.
Don't attack with the Colonnade. Don't go with the perfect. No library. No nothing. Mark's just. I don't even know what he's doing.
I think that is it. Justin Gebing, 2 games to 1.
Look at this. Mark deserves this.
Perfect victory. Mark had a chance to win for 3rd place, but he did not, and so he will have to settle for a tie.
Yeah, he still looks somewhat happy, though, especially after missing the first week and playing catch-up, and then admittedly knowing that he hadn't played an Amulet in quite a bit, so he's gotten much better with the deck as of recent.
So congratulations to Devin Weisenberg, Justin Gebing for coming in 1st and 2nd in our July Modern League. Mark Larson and Phil Jones tying for 3rd, if I did my math right. You can check out the updated standings tomorrow at TopDeckProductions.com. You can also check out Facebook.com/TopDeckProductions, where I will do the formal post for the August Modern League, which will feature cash prizes for the top 4. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for tuning in tonight. We ended the night at 180 viewers. Thank you so much for that. We do stream 4 nights a week, so if you want to know when we go live, hit that follow button.
It's free.
It is free. You know what else is free?
I don't know.
Linking your Twitch account to Amazon Prime, you get that free Twitch Prime sub each and every month, because all these subscribers, we cannot do this without you. If you want to support us, donate us, help us keep doing what we're doing for you, be sure to subscribe, be sure to follow us, and become a patron at patreon.com/TopDeckProductions. If you missed any match here on stream, youtube.com/TopDeckProductions stream is a place where we do all the replays. That'll do it for tonight. Tomorrow we got Standard. Should be a lot of fun.
Who's commentating?
We got Ren and Boy Wonder Matthew Mini.
Oh, the Boy Wonder, the young Boy Wonder, and then Ren.
Yes.
And then I'll be back. Thanks, Devil. Have a good night. Then I'll be back on Thursday with one Bob Fields for a normal Thursday night Magic.
And then we have Connor Stone and Zach Creamer taking us home for the weekend.
Nice.
With Friday Night Modern.
Yep. And then we'll see you back next Tuesday with the start of a new Premier Modern League.
Yes, it's going to be a lot of fun.
For the big cash money. So if you are in the Cincinnati area or know anybody that is and you want to win some actual money, plus you get to have the opportunity to win cash prizes from us, and keep in mind that you're also entered in the normal store tournament, so if you do well, you also get store credit here at GameSwap.
Yes. So thank you all for watching. We'll be back tomorrow night, 6:30 Eastern. Be sure to tune in. For Animals, I'm Jake Valentine. Congrats to the winners of the July Modern League. League matches, league players. We'll see you next week. Standard again tomorrow. We'll see you then.